Hey coaches, Coach Fitzgerald here with Dynasty Baseball, and just wanted to take the opportunity to give you guys the lesson plan for next week, the practice plan that we're going to go through with your guys, and show you the drills that we're going to be doing. So maybe you can use some of them in your own practices, and even use some of the terminology that we'll be using to help better your guys. Okay, so we are going to be doing all defensive work next week. The week after that, we'll be doing all hitting, and we're just going to rotate between defense and hitting and defensive hitting while we're at the yard. And then hopefully back in January, or when we get to January, we can get back over to JJC and get some more things done there as well. But what we're going to focus on next week is we are going to split up groups into infielders and outfielders, as well as some arm care. Everybody will get 20 minutes of arm care every time they show up to the yard next week, and also be split into defensive groups of infielders and outfielders. And really, the focus over the next 5 weeks is going to be on fundamentals. Okay, we believe that practicing and teaching fundamentals at this point of the year, November, December, is super important, so we can get into heavier reps in January, February, March. Okay, headed into the summer seasons. Okay, so our mindset is fundamentals, teaching how to field ground balls, how to catch fly balls, rather than just rapid fire putting them, giving them repetitions. Let's talk about it first. Let's show them how to do things correctly, and then let's work on that over and over again. Okay, so we're going to start with the infielders here, and over the next couple days, over the next week, we're going to be focusing on 4 things, and that's prep step, our fielding position, our approach, and our throwing momentum. So I will send this information out to you guys as well, so you guys can have it, and you guys can click on the links and watch the videos as well as after I'm done with this video as well, I'll send that to you. Okay. So the first thing is the prep step, and the reason why we want to prep this, the reason we want to teach the prep step is I think it sometimes gets lost. We sometimes tend as coaches just to yell at players, "Hey, be ready," or "on your toes." We'll yell those sorts of things out on the field. But what does that really mean? Okay, and is there a correct way to do a prep step? And we believe that the answer is yes. Okay, so mind you, all of these drills are set up more so for right-handed throwers. So if you do have some lefties on your team, first basemen and things like that, obviously you just flip them. So prep step, we talk right-left hop. Some guys like to do left-right hop. It's more of a comfortable thing with how you start. But when we do a prep step, the whole goal is to land in our primary movement position, okay, where we can go front, back, side to side as fast as possible as that ball is crossing into the hitting zone. Okay, upon contact, we want to be in the optimal position to be able to move. Okay, that's the goal. So a couple drills that we do to go ahead and practice this. The first one is the coach throws the ball up to their self, the player prep steps, and to land hop when ball is caught by the coach. So a coach will stand in front of a group of players holding a baseball in his hand. The players will be standing upright, relaxed. Okay, the coach will throw the ball into the air. As the ball is thrown into the air over his head, the player will begin their prep step process. The goal is to land their hop, which I'll show you here in a second, as the ball is being caught by the coach again. So the ball is tossed up into the air, just slightly above the head, nothing like too high or too low, just slightly above the head, and then as they catch it, the player's landing in their fielding position. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this. Not the drill itself, but this is just what the prep step we want it to look like. Okay, and I'll get into the other part here in a second. Boom. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. It's right, left, okay, or left, right, okay, left, right, pop, all right, and we have the glove out in front. So the other drill that we do with this, okay, is the coach pretending to be a pitcher in their windup. So I'm sure we've done this before. Pitcher pretends to do their windup or their stretch, and the players mimic the prep step. All right, that's another way to do this as well. Now you'll notice that I separated these into middle infield and corner infielders. All right, so we're going to start with middle infielders. Okay, so we have Cam here, and he's doing a middle infielder. You'll notice for middle infielders, their glove is a little bit higher. All right, you'll notice his glove is a little bit higher, and he is in a great position to be able to move side to side. Now the reason his glove can be a little bit higher is because he's not gonna get caught off guard by a rocket. Usually, if you're playing shortstop or second base, okay, at least you shouldn't be. We want him to be. He's gonna have to move side to side, much quicker, or front to back much quicker, where he doesn't need his glove to be as low to the ground. He'll be able to make that downward glove movement at a much later time. All right, so again, let me show you this. Okay, we have the step, hop. All right, on that hop is when the ball is crossing into the zone. Now our corner infielders, so when we're talking about corner infielders, third baseman and first baseman, we want that glove to be much lower because they do sometimes get caught off guard by a rocket hit by a hitter, okay? So you'll notice his glove is much lower, and even, for some guys like to get even lower, like a third baseman who's in on a bunt and the guy swings, like, get that glove low so we don't have to move that as much as possible, okay? And it's all comfortability, okay? It's all comfortability with guys and where they feel comfortable. But another key point here is that glove out in front, palm pointed forward. We think that's an important thing. I know some guys don't, but we can have that conversation if we want to. All right? So that's the prep step. All right? The second one is fielding position. Okay, so we're going to talk to every guy about fielding position and the importance of making sure we get into this good triangle form with our eyes out in front, the triangle being the two legs and the glove arms. All right, eyes out in front. We want to field the ball out in front of us, not in between our legs. One of the things that we can do with kids, and I say little kids, but you can do this with everybody, is put your hat in their mouth, or put their hat in their own mouth, like flip it over. What that causes them to do is reach further out with their glove so they can actually see the ball going into their glove and not fielding in between their legs. All right, butt down and shoulders tilted forward. All right. So a drill that we can do to teach this, and again, I'm going through this a little quick because I only have a 15-minute time limit on the program I'm using here for recording. But a drill that we can use to do this is a PVC pipe. So you'll notice Cam is in a great triangle position here with his 2 feet and his glove. All right, you'll notice that he is on the left side of his body with his hands. All right, glove palm is out. His other hand is above his glove, ready to receive and help if that ball were to take a bad hop. I would like to see his butt get a little bit lower, but honestly, he is he's comfortable, okay? And he's a second baseman. He's always been a little less flexible, so I understand why his butt isn't as low as it should be, but it probably could be. All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll this. All right, and you'll notice he's just getting the glove out in front of that PVC pipe. He's not moving. We're not having him do an approach or anything like that. It's just glove out in front, field, and give it back to the coach. All right, this is great you can do a lot of repetitions with this one, and it's just practicing getting that glove out in front, all right, and making sure that we're in that good triangle fielding position. All right, the next one is going to be our approach. All right, so with our guys, we like to talk about, and again, this are drills as if we are a shortstop throwing a ball to first base. All right, think about it that way. We want to, first and foremost, we want our guys to take their first step angled to the right and forward. Okay, we want our guys to attack baseballs. You'll notice as guys get older, they add a little bit of flair, and sometimes that first step goes directly to the right on a ball right at them. And mind you, we're talking about ground balls right at our person, okay, right at our player. So our first step wants to be angled forward. I'm going to show you what that looks like here. All right, here's a drill that we do. It's a 3-cone drill. This is a drill that we're going to do at the yard next week. All right, so you'll notice we have 3 cones or 3 baseballs. All right, and that's the path the player is going to take. All right, so you'll see Cam here is just working on his prep step, and then he's going to take his first step to the right, get around the baseball, and then he'll get into a good fielding position. Now, here is where I meant that first step. So you see Cam, who plays a lot of second base, his first step is almost directly right. I would like that step to go more towards that second baseball, okay? I want our guys to attack baseballs more. So his first step would be more towards that baseball, but he does do a good job getting around it, chopping his feet, and then you'll notice, boom, he is in that good fielding position, maybe a little bit too far in between his legs. Like to see that glove a little bit out here, and again, needs to get his butt down a little bit more here. Okay, so a couple things to focus on. Then we can also do that same drill with a ball. All right, same drill with a ball with a coach rolling it. And that's all it's going to look like. All right, easy breezy. Okay, our next thing then is throwing momentum. We're going to talk about our guys about stepping in front. So after you field a baseball, what do? Okay, you got to throw the baseball. We're going to talk to our guys about stepping in front. So when we field a baseball, we want our right foot to step in front of our left. Now, the reason why we like to talk about it that way is we want to keep our momentum and our angle towards the base that we're throwing. And if we step behind or we replace feet, a lot of times we tend to drift away from the base that we're throwing. Think about a shortstop throwing a ball to first base. base. If he steps behind, he's going to be stepping towards right field more, and a lot of times that causes arms to drop and balls to sail into the baseline. Okay, so we want to step in front, and we want to carry momentum to the base that you're throwing. So here's how a couple drills that we can use to work on that. First one, all right, is another 3-cone drill. So let me show you this one after it maximizes there. So what we've done is we've set up 3 baseballs in a line, okay, almost towards first base. So Cam is going to be back here. All right, he is going to be he's going to do his prep step, and after he does his prep step, a ball is going to be rolled. He will approach. First step was to the right, too far again, but that's okay. Good fielding position. Again, he needs to work on getting his glove out in front more. All right, again, guys that play on turf a lot tend to do a little bit things like this, but it could get, we need to tune that up a little bit. The part of this drill that's important, though, is the continuation. So you'll notice that he throws the baseball, and then he continues his momentum through those 3 baseballs. And you can spread these baseballs out even further if you want to, but it's all about momentum and continuing that momentum, all right, through the throw to the base that you're throwing. Another drill that helps with this, with footwork and throwing momentum, we just call this one quick feet. Player gets into that normal fielding position. All right, he's just sitting there in that position waiting. All right, and then what he's going to do is he's going to field that baseball. Okay, he's going to field that baseball. All right, and then he's going to step quickly towards the base. Now here's where Cam needs to do some work, and what I'd like to see our guys do more of is that step in front. Notice he replaces his feet, and it forces his right foot to almost kick behind his left. I want to see that right foot jump up into this region here towards first base. Okay, but it's a quick feet drill. Again, he's a second baseman, so he's working on some. He could be working on other things like double plays and stuff like that, where he does have to turn his feet in that direction. Okay, so those are the infield drills that we're going to look at this week. The outfield drills that we're going to look at this week, I'm actually going to post on a new video because I'm running out of time here. So let me go ahead and stop this one, and I'll start.